What's up, everyone? Jesse here. It's me again, in the car. I gotta run into the store. I just dropped the kids off at school. I gotta get a smoke detector. We've been rolling 2 years of meals, of Big Daddy Jesse meals, without a smoke detector. Very dangerous. Safety first, y'all. But yeah, first I wanted to get in, I wanted to share this. This is just kind of something cool I've been working on in my own growth and development. I've been trying to restructure my framework for kind of just how I view my role as a mixer, but as a service provider, like a freaking plumber, you know? This is something that's completely crucial, and I think integral to one's ability to work consistently and develop a network of strong relationships in this business, specifically in the collaboration and notes process. I think that a lot of us struggle for various reasons with, being countered or with facing negative energy or criticism or notes, and that could be for a multitude of reasons. It might be like an ego-based thing, like, oh, I felt like my mix was great. What's this? And I have to try to entertain all these notes. And personally, I don't relate to that one because even though I work consistently in this field, I don't think that audio mixing is my superpower at all. I'm probably the biggest critic of my work. So I welcome any notes. Like I love it. I think it elevates the project. I need that. I'm super ADHD. I do a mix. I could be zoomed in on the wrong thing. Like, I mess up a lot of the time, for real. So I love that. I think another reason though that people can get pretty inconvenienced by mix notes is laziness. This I'm guilty of. Laziness right here. I'm the king of lazy. Oh my God. But so I've been thinking about that lately. Like, why in the world am I allowing like 10 minutes of time max? Like, I'm going to lose 10 minutes of time. Why am I allowing that to inhibit the creative process and put a rift in a relationship I've been working so hard to build? Like, it makes no sense. By the end of a process of like mixing an album, a single, whatever it might be, like, I've developed so much morale with the team, with the artist, with the producers, with the writers, maybe even the musicians, the artist, the manager, the A&R. It's like, even if we get on the phone once in a while or never, or we're just emailing or texting, like it's playful, it's fun. You develop a rapport, and there's so many ways to inject just fun flavors into those conversations to just keep it cool, keep it lively. And I feel like that's what opens up creativity and welcomes honesty in the process. Not always being a yes man, but knowing when to challenge thinking and knowing when your thinking needs to be challenged. But occasionally I get kind of freaking grumpy with these notes, and this is something I'm going through right now. Like, some of these notes did bother me, and I gotta reset. I gotta just so this is something I've been really working on, is how can I be a better service provider? How can I give more of myself and be selfless? And it's a challenge. It's a challenge that I've begun to accept. Challenge accepted. That there's this book, The Go-Giver. And ultimately the theme there is like, okay, you start to just give of yourself, but not disingenuinely as a means of getting something back, So basically you're not doing this stuff because it's right to get it back. You really just start to challenge yourself to just do it, to see how it feels. And I found that going the distance, going the extra mile, basically going to great lengths, limitless lengths, to ensure customer satisfaction, it feels so damn good. The feeling, knowing that you came through so hard for somebody who at the very end of the line, they might be years down the road of this journey of getting that one song done finally, and you helped them see it through to the finish line. It means, even if they can't articulate it, because a lot of the time human beings can't because we're just so imperfect, this means so much to them, and it's so important. And the way that we handle ourselves there is so important. So I've found that just doing that feels so good. And I think if we're able to just repeat that over and over and over, like the results would be incredible, and I think the world would be a more positive space. I learned this from, there are two guys I love to work with, two incredible mastering engineers, Gerhard Westphalen and Dale Becker. These are guys that are at the absolute top of the game, and they have every right to like shut down notes and requests and just silly things. But like, if it's not every day, it's every other day, I'm on an email thread with one of them about something, and they'll get just really silly, bizarre requests, like months after a project has been approved. Like, hey, can you pull that project back up? Can we like remaster the whole album, like 2 dB loud, like something that's just almost impossible to do. And they always come back, yeah, absolutely, I'd be happy to. Yeah, I'll be back later today with it. And it made me realize, like, man, as someone, you know, who before I was a mixer, engineer, whatever, I was an artist, producer, musician. Like, I was that person just trying to get my message, my song, you know, out and get it complete the right way and have it fulfilled the way that I truly intended from the very beginning. It means so much to have somebody on the other end, a service provider, who would put everything aside and basically get on my level, grab my hand and say, I believe in you, I believe in this music. I'll do whatever it takes for us to make it the best it could possibly be. Like, if you share that common goal, and if the artist can truly believe that you have the common goal of making this the best it can be because you believe in the project, like, dude, game over. That's it. That's the winning solution. That's it. Lather, rinse, repeat. Get the team to believe, not through your words. Don't be a yes man. They're kissing butts and saying, I really love what's going on here. I'm so happy. There's a time and a place for that, like maybe once in the project. And there's a cool way to do it where you don't seem like a brown noser. But like, really, it's through your actions. It's through giving. It's through showing up. It's through going the extra mile to deliver results. That's something my dad would always say. I heard him say this all throughout my life in various scenarios. Someone would say, Todd, thank you so much, man. And he would say, I'm here to serve. It's just like, it's a way to be. It's a way to be. Here to serve, here to serve others. So like, here's the big challenge is me practice, because I get caught up in it and I'm just like, I get grumpy. I get grumpy about the notes. I suck it up and I do it, and I never reveal the frustration to the client ever. Like, number one rule there. But yeah, just really trying to put myself aside, put the ego aside, put all of it aside. Like, man, plus back to superpowers. Whoever suggested the change that needs to happen with this note, like, they have that human being has a completely different set of skills and a completely different background than you, and different DNA and a different upbringing. They have a different perspective. They hear music differently than you do. Chances are, if you're like a super tweaky engineer person, you have very advanced ears, and they have very ordinary consumer ears, which is 99% of the people are going to hear it that way. I think that's more valuable. We should hold their notes very, very highly. And I hear other engineers critique this. They're like, the guy wants me to change the pitch. Like, dude, they don't know anything about music. They're like, it's like they don't get it. I'm like, dude, I don't think you get it. And I'm talking to myself here too. Like, I find myself getting crabby and like judging other people based on the fact that they don't have like a music theory background, or like are we really like judging and like stereotyping like musical and non-musical people when we're making a product that is designed for, I would say, majority non-musical, at least people who don't work on music professionally. This is a very small minority of people on planet Earth that actually work on music. We're making it for the rest of the people. So why would we not value their opinion? Wacky. So yeah, everybody has their superpower that they're able to bring to the table, and as many different perspectives as we can get on a project as possible. Like, it's great. Let's just be open to collabing, y'all. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's live to a higher standard. I'm quoting my friend Michael Franti now, but like, you know, all the things that make us different is actually the one unifying factor that brings us all together and makes us the same, you know? So if we can all combine our different freaking superpowers and come together, like, why Why would we deny ourselves the help from under other people just because we want to feel like we're like, oh, I'm the greatest mixer, it's the perfect mix? Like, dude, whatever. Maybe that worked for the last generation of guys coming up in the 90s, or like, yeah, maybe they were. Maybe like these dudes really were built different. But I know that's not me. Like, I freaking need the help. I lean on the other people. I get kind of bummed. I'll close with this. I get kind of bummed when I get a V1 approval, because I just know at this point that when I get a round of notes, or when I get a really like thoughtful batch of notes, I know that it's things that I missed because I only have one perspective. I can't hear from another person's point of view. And I know that when I get a V1 approval, we've missed the potential of a song, and we've missed an opportunity for it to get better. And in those scenarios, I'll actually just call upon myself to bring in an expert opinion. Recently, I did a wonderful album, a live tracked band. It was incredible, but the notes were like, they did have notes, but it was more like, you know, level up, level down on like a couple parts of a couple songs. But overall, like, my decisions were like, the choices I made are what's going to be released. So I thought, man, what the hell? I brought in my dad. I said, man, you know about this style of music, please beat me up, because I want that additional perspective. Notes are good. So yeah, when people are like flexing about the V1 approval, that's just like, what the hell? It's a missed opportunity, especially here. I'm going to be judgy, especially when I see who's flexing about the V1 approval. I'm like, y'all, next time, I should just tell them, next time you have a V1 approval, send it to me. I'll help it be a better V. I'll help it be a V1.1. We'll make it even better than that. See, that was judgy. I got to get over that too. We want to better ourselves. We'll be out here. We be out here trying to get better, trying to be better people. And you know, this giving thing, it's bleeding into all the other areas of life too. My relationships, friendships, my family. Like, just how can we give more? Not because we want something in return, but because it's just right. It's the right thing to do. Yeah, man. This is cool. Thanks for hanging today, y'all. Thanks for hanging in the Lowe's parking lot. Woo! It's been some weird people watching here. I saw a guy get out of his car right ahead, and he was like, fuck. He just mouthed it. Well, he looked like he mouthed it, but yeah, he yelled. He yelled profanity. Like, what's going on, man? All right, well, I'm going to go now. Going on 16 minutes. Way too long. All right, cool. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, drop them below. Shoot me a line. Talk soon. Love y'all. Happy mixing. Peace.